all day. Blood stains everywhere you go. Chucky grabs a knife, gonna slit your throat. In Miscellaneous Film Festival, where every movie's incredible. You never know what to expect. This film festival's the best. In Miscellaneous Film Festival, where every movie's incredible. You never know what to expect. This film festival's the best.
Welcome to the Miscellaneous Film Festival, the podcast for curiously curated films. My name is Jason, and this week we're talking about brand movies. With me is Eileen, an independent filmmaker.
Hello.
And Nick, a commercial editor,
Hi.
who's not at all creepy. But what is creepy is Dead Till Death from 2021, a horror movie made by Liquid Death brand Canned Water, which markets itself as being super hardcore. This movie was actually made after a preceding campaign about hell being overrun with plastic because there's so much pollution on Earth that it's actually demons in hell sending canned water back in recyclable cans as revenge against human beings for all their plastic pollution. I don't know if you guys saw any of those commercials. I don't know if I forwarded them to you. They are exactly what they sound like. It's just demons in hell complaining about how much we pollute and their plan to get back and fight plastic with evil water.
Evil aluminum
Again,
water.
Is the weird, I don't know, the weird message of like, our product is evil, our product kills people. Like,
Our product is so badass, it's nearly deadly, but it's still just water.
Our product still has a plastic liner because it's a can, just like every other can.
That's true. As uninspired as I am by the product Liquid Death, I actually really enjoyed this movie. I thought it hit a lot of quirky, kind of so bad it's good B-movie notes. It's about 6 friends who go on a camping trip in the woods and experience the typical trope of going into a roadside gas station and meeting a creepy old man who doesn't really warn them about what's going to happen. And then there's a deadly presence in the woods that in this case turns out to be living cans of liquid death.
That they opened themselves. It was their own fault.
I gotta admit, this is the movie that got me interested in researching other branded content like this to see which companies were trying to make narratives out of their products. And I like that this movie actually did have a message against pollution and kind of an original sin of humans trespassing against nature by leaving their trash everywhere. I thought that's a horror movie that at least had a real cause and effect for the villains and our quote-unquote heroes.
For sure. And it like went down the checklist of horror movie tropes. Like the stalker killer to the like critters, kind of all the little things around, to the possession, and it hit just every proper trope, I thought. So it did a good job of that.
Yeah, and it had some pretty fun bloody kills in it.
It did. Ridiculous. The axe kill was my personal favorite. Just like the fall and spin.
yeah.
But you guys were saying this kind of felt a little bit like a student film.
Back in the day, like, you watch a student film, right? And you know it's a student film because it kind of looks shitty. Like, cameras today...
Oh, man!
Well, it's true. It's just that's just the way it is. Like, because you just don't have the budgets, you don't have the equipment. But today, the cameras look so good that, like, you could have probably made this for a pretty decent budget because of the equipment and everything. Considering you have, like, a Liquid Death budget, I would imagine you could like, making this look good would have been the easiest part, I think, for this. And that's the one thing they got right. Like, before with the student film, like, it looked like shit, but if it was good, it was like, that person has talent.
Yeah, the acting especially was quite bad. Like, I had a note, and I didn't say this earlier, but one of my notes about Cooper and the Castle Hills gang was that the kid playing Cooper in this movie was a better actor than the adults in the Liquid Death movie.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would second that for sure.
I would say maybe the best performance came from the cans of Liquid Death that were being
Yeah,
kind of
whoever was
puppeteered.
puppeteering those cans, man.
That was great. That was fun.
There were some fun little things where they would just turn slightly and you got a sense of personality, or when they were doing like a ritualistic killing and circling around one of the kids. There was an ominousness to some of those shots. I think maybe the focus of the movie was because it was promoting the product. Maybe the camera was favoring the cans more than the human actors.
Yeah, I probably. I gotta be honest, what I was hoping, because I felt a real Critters sense of how these things moved and everything, I was hoping they would just conglomerate into one giant can at the end and just be rolling and smashing.
What's
Would've been
weird
so good.
is, in the course of researching this, I found a bunch of Liquid Death commercials on YouTube, and they do make Liquid Death kegs, which I'm like, it's not even carbonated. Why do you need a keg for water?
That actually, can I just chime in here? Because Liquid Death's actual, like, what their whole claim to fame is it's a tall boy, so you can be in a bar and feel like you're drinking. So it's just it's a fake beer. So having it being a keg, it's like, makes sense, because it's that.
On that same note, one of the commercials I saw was like a raucous house party of elementary school kids just pounding Liquid Death cans.
It's like candy cigarettes.
Yeah, crushing them on their foreheads.
Oh my god.
It looked like Animal House, but with cans of water. And I can't emphasize how much I have never, ever had Liquid Death and will not, because I don't think paying extra for water to be in a can is cool. I love their message about death to plastic, but that doesn't seem to be the real thrust of their company at all.
The only time I ever see people drinking Liquid Death is like when that's the only option, right? When you're like at an amphitheater and that's all that they sell.
Absolutely.
I've never seen anyone like willingly purchase a Liquid Death.
The taps are broken. At least we have some fucking Liquid Death.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you drink it, like at one of those events, it's not like you're thinking to yourself, oh my god, this is some good water. Like, it's not, it just tastes like water.
I do feel like they knew their target audience. Like, some of these other ones, I was like, I don't know who this is made for, but this one is made for people who do shrooms and go camping, like, who are in their 20s. That's accurate.
That is a great segue into our sponsor for this week's episode, Shrooms. The safest, funnest drug there is. Do them responsibly, do them often. Shrooms.
Do them out of plastic bags. Just like plastic grocery bags.
This guy,
full of
the
shrooms.
kid who brought drugs to this party literally did bring a whole shopping bag full of shrooms.
I'm like, man, I hope he grew those himself, because that was expensive.
When you do shrooms, that you're instantly going to start just chugging mouthfuls of them, shoving more shrooms in your mouth. That's not how that goes.
You can't. It's like people who like actors when they get this, like, when they're supposed to be kind of alcoholic characters and they have this glass of whiskey and they just down it and make no face. It's like, I don't care who you are, you're gonna make a face. It's the same with shrooms.
Yeah.
Like, they taste like shit. You're gonna go, oh god. You're not just gonna consume them and be like, all right, let's have another.
I think that's the other thing that made this feel like a student film, is like, it feels like this was written by someone who's never done drugs.
Yes.
Like,
Someone
the
who only
idea of
drinks
someone
canned
who, like,
water.
thinks drugs are cool, but that they've never actually done it themselves.
I worked on a feature film. They had this line in the script that talked about a 15-pack of their 15 cigarettes in a pack of cigarettes. And I went up to the filmmaker. I'm like, hey guys, there's 20 cigarettes in a pack. And they're like, oh shit, thank you. Oh, we didn't, because none of them smoked, so they didn't know. So, and none of the other people wanted to do it. And I'm kind of just one of those people who's like, I can't actually let someone say that. That's going to make this whole movie feel completely illegitimate. So I went and told them, and they just they were appreciative because they just didn't know. And I think that happens a lot. If you don't have anyone who actually knows.
I did work on a movie where, like, someone tried to light a shot of whiskey on fire as, like, a thing, but you can't actually do that.
No.
There's not enough alcohol in there, so we ended up having to put, like, lighter fluid on top of the whiskey and just be like, nobody actually drink it.
Oh no.
Because that's how you light a shot on fire, is you float lighter fluid on top of it.
Well, I mean, because think about it, when you're on, you're not necessarily paying attention to the little tiny minute details. You're hoping that someone caught that along the way. So when you're in full production,
Yeah.
you're kind of just hoping that everything is right. If you don't know that if you don't have, the personal knowledge yourself. So you kind of get,
Yeah. I try to, like, because I'm usually a script supervisor, so there's a part of me that's like, it's a kind of my job, maybe, like, if I notice it, but, like, I don't research every single thing that comes up that I don't know about. And it also, like, I mean, it totally depends on the filmmaker and if they seem open to that kind of feedback,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There's definitely times where I'm like, I just need to keep my mouth shut. It's not my circus, not my monkeys.
I love that phrase. I was glad we were spared the implied nude scene that may have
weird-
happened.
Caveman sex scene?
Yeah, Brad, who is the alpha bro, who's just really chiding everybody to go, I don't know, to get high,
like,
to get back to
be
nature.
primal, I think was the phrase that he was using, or like, yeah.
Right. Yeah, he yelled at his girlfriend, "Hey, it's prime time." She goes, "Oh yeah, it's this thing he makes me do where we go take our clothes off and just yell at the moon and act like animals." And I'm like, somebody killed this guy.
Yeah, I was
already.
disappointed he wasn't the first one to die.
again, it's just like, just terrible casting.
Well, it occurred to me because one of the plot points is after the cans of liquid death kill you, they will crawl inside your body and possess you, and then you get this creepy demonic smile. And by the end, I think when they were doing auditions for this, it was just, can you do a creepy smile? Can you do a creepy smile? Well, then you'll be in the movie. That's all we really need is for you to eventually die and then do a creepy smile.
What came first, the movie Smile or this movie? Because it's the
question.
same. It's like that cheeseball horror movie that does the same exact thing. That I think there's
Smile-
a sequel to now.
Yes, there are 2 Smile movies. The first one came out in 2022.
Oh, so that was after this.
Oh,
is
so
just
they
a
might
year
have
before.
actually. I wonder.
It ripped off the Liquid Death movie.
I wonder if the person who directed the Liquid Death movie directed Smile.
Oh,
That'd be
I
funny.
can tell you.
But-
Hold on.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hold on.
This was actually the proof of concept.
Yeah,
for
exactly. And that's how directors usually use advertising. It's like, I want to try this thing out in a movie. I'm going to use your money first and see what
No,
Yeah.
no, there's no connection.
Okay.
This did feel a little bit like somebody who worked at an ad agency was like offered a bunch of money and they just like cast all their friends and like they were like, yeah, I can use that budget. Let's go out in the woods for a couple days.
I want to thank you guys so much for being a part of this mini film festival, all about branded content. Obviously, we're not sponsored by any of these real brands.
Hey, they appreciate the free advertising.
Anyone listening, please check them out just for fun. Don't buy any of their products, and hopefully we'll see you next week when we'll be talking about the Stepford Wives series, all 5 movies.
There are 5 Stepford Wives movies.
Yeah, I'm gonna be talking with
boy.
the owner of the Rose City Book Pub.
Oh,
There-
nice.
There is the original, the Revenge, the Children, the Husbands, and then the Frank Oz remake. Once again, I've been Jason,
Eileen?
I'm Nick.
and we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.